So it's all about speed in today's sprint, not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? A lap of the Miami Grand Prix features 3.36 miles of track around the Hard Rock Stadium, and 19 corners make up the Miami International Autodrome, which will challenge the drivers in a tight wheel-to-wheel race. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Sainz, Russell, Hamilton, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Day, Ocon, Stroll, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Häkkinen, Gasly, Albon, Bottas, Sargent and Zhou Guanyu. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. And alongside me here today in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. Now, you're the racing driver in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
Well, you've got to be prepared, Crofty. Before you even step foot inside the car, you've got to know, you've got to have a pre-race game plan. You've watched videos before you get into the car of previous races gone by. You know where you have to place your car if X, Y or Z happens in front of you or behind you. So having this clear game plan is absolutely essential before you get in the car.
We've got a great chance of getting another points finish in this race. Keep it clean and hopefully we can work our way up the field. Okay, how was that pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well. nice and park in. Let's try and get a good launch as the lights go out. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. That start was okay, now stay alert for threats around you. DRS now enabled. DRS enabled. Brilliant, nice move, keep going. You're sat in P8, well done. Verstappen's ahead of you, they're on fresh mediums. Alonso behind you now, less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. Our gap to first place, 5.8 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, 18 laps to go. No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. information on sights. Okay, they're out of this race. And gap to the car in front, 3.6 seconds. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.4 seconds. Hamilton ahead. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 2.9 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Your last lap time, 1:32.8. Okay, we're dropping back by around 4/10 a lap. Give it everything you got. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 3.5 seconds. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 3.4 seconds. That's Alonso behind. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 6 laps old. And the time last lap, 1 minute 32.6. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 3.6 seconds. Okay, gap to the car in front, 4.9 seconds. teammate behind. 6.9 seconds. Okay, some information on Ricciardo. Okay, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car. Okay, gap ahead, 5.5 seconds. Car behind's gaining on you by 0.5 a lap. Car in front, 6.9 seconds. Right, there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. Okay, red flag, mate, red flag. No overtaking, please. We'll see you in the pit lane. Right, we can get a nice advantage here. Let's have a think about how we handle the rest of this race. Okay, on track. Let's make the best of this restart. Let's go. Okay, some information on Piastri. They've got an issue with their car. They're going to be slow. So your ERS is running a bit low. Look into changing your ERS mode in the MFD for a more conservative burn rate, or you might want to try some lifting or gentle braking to recharge. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 2.3 seconds. Piastri's behind. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. Time last lap, 1:36.2. Okay mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 3.7 seconds. That's P5, you're in P5. Russell's ahead of you now. They're on fresh softs. Perez is behind you. They're on fresh softs. Okay, so gap to the leader, 5.9 seconds. Okay mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
So with the sprint concluded, join us next time for qualifying. And of course, the main event, this weekend's Formula One Grand Prix. We'll see you next time.